Welcome friends from far and near. I'm Kelly Shimabukuro, Chief of Programs and Outreach at Pratt Free Library. Thank you for joining us for the Pratt Test Kitchen. Today with Carlos Raba of Clavel and with founder of Eatmore Baltimore, Chris Franzoni. All Pratt locations are now open at 50% capacity, so we hope you will come and visit us soon if you haven't been here already. Carlos Raba is born and raised in Culiacan, Sinaloa by his mom and his 5 aunts. We taught him traditional cooking, and he is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a family man, and co-owner and chef of Clavel. Carlos is also the founder of Guardian Gym, a 501c3 nonprofit gym offering Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and yoga classes. Kids of ages 6 to 17 train for free. Please give a warm virtual welcome to Carlos Raba and Chris Franzoni. Hi guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Why don't you sit down there?
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for joining the Pratt Test Kitchen. My name is Chris Franzoni, and I'm sitting here with the one and only Carlos Raba.
Thank you, Chris.
Co-owner and partner at Bar Clavel, one of my favorite restaurants in town.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know right now in a pandemic, these things are hard to do.
Happy to be here. Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to welcome the people watching to Clavel and see a little bit of what we do and ask them some questions. So very happy to sit with you, Chris. Always.
Great. It's a beautiful space, as you can see. Yes,
the new place. So we are sitting right now at the 3rd room of Clavel, which is where we process our nixtamal and we mold out tortillas, and also we're using it for to go. So people can come here, they're not exposed to the restaurant, they can come and get their food to go and go home.
Yeah. And then we have a little bit of time later, we're going to show you behind the scenes where the tortillas are being made. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us how you got involved with Clavel, how it started.
It's a long story, but to make it short, is Lane Harlan. Her sister is married to my brother, so we're family, and she was exposed to Mexico. She was always very interested about mezcal, so she was making trips to Oaxaca often, say 7-8 years ago, and she was exposed to my family. My family always been on the restaurant business in Mexico, and she also was exposed to myself cooking, and my brother cooking and making carnes asadas, ceviches. I had a cousin that owned a restaurant in New York called Calaca. There was a small theater on Bedside, but she knew that there was a background of food in my family, in my DNA. So when she got interested in mezcal, she wanted to open something Mexican. So the best, I guess, that it was a perfect situation, a win-win, and she approached me with the idea of opening a bar. With the first idea, it was a bar with food, but then it became a restaurant. Okay, so we talked. I remember one of our first meetings. It was at Waters, and we sat down and started talking about the ideas of Clavel, how we're going to name it, what we're going to serve, what recipes are we going to display, how she was going to focus on mezcal, and I was going to focus on very traditional Mexican cooking, because I'm very proud of my heritage and how Mexican food is as simple and beautiful. So that's how Clavel started. I moved from DC area, which is spring. I went to Blair High School. I did a little of college in Montgomery College, and then I moved to Baltimore with my family, with Claudia and my young son, 6-month-old Lucas. And at the beginning, we only had the first room, which was Corky's. Corky's was a quinoa, salt, fried chicken place that was here for many years. It was a green building, nobody could visit. But then we turned it into Clavel, what is Clavel, the main room that we call it. And I lived with my family for a year.
While you're doing it all.
When I was doing it all. But beautiful, I mean, I wouldn't change it for anything. It was a learning experience, and also this experience that my son was exposed to it, and it kind of mimics my exposure to food when I was a young kid, with my uncles and with my family, having restaurants and me not having a babysitter, but being babysat by the kitchen.
By the
staff.
So you've been cooking since you were a kid. Is there a favorite dish that you love cooking, or is there a specialty? What is your
I'm a person that I relate food with momentum and with gathering. I love cooking breakfast for my family. I love breakfast because it's something simple. It's something that you can share with the person that you love or with the person that you want to have a good time early in the morning, and it gives you uplift of positivity. I love making
today.
Yes, I love making pancakes for my kid with fruity pebbles on it because I make them happy. So that's one of my favorite things to do. But in general, man, I'm a person that I enjoy. I enjoy seeing happy people enjoying my food. So anything that I can make for people to make them smile or make a memory with them, I enjoy. Ceviches, grill outs. I always have people around my house, barbecue, and I'm a big fan of making burgers, grilling steaks, but seeing people enjoy my food brings me joy. Right? So that's one of my biggest joys.
Yeah, and that's so much of the experience when you come here. You have communal tables, everyone's sitting together, you're ordering, you can meet people, you can talk. And I love coming here personally. It's a great spot. You have to come here if you get a chance. If you haven't been here already, if you have, keep coming back. Now, as much as we love it here, do you have any other places that you love going, or other chefs or inspirations, or places that you go when you're not in here?
Yeah, when I'm not here, I do eat here a lot. If you come here, I drink the jitsu, and then I come here and I have lunch, so dinner. So no, yeah, I frequent places in Baltimore. Places that I go. I love going to Swallow the Hollow because it's close to my house.
I haven't been there in a very long time. I think my college days were the last time.
Yeah, so I go there at times, but when I want to have a good dinner with my wife, I love sitting at the bar at the Prime Rib. I think that's a gem on Baltimore. Bartenders are amazing. Yeah. I love going to Wet City, also too, sitting on the bar in Wet City. Those guys do an amazing job with beer, with food. At WC Harlan, he just reopened, and he's one of my favorite spots to just go and have a beer or a nice pisco sour. But yeah, I go to a lot of places, but one of my favorites is Petit Louis. The lunch that they do there is nobody can beat it with half the price of wine bottles and a 3-course menu is
that's a great spot too. I mean, I love going there too. It's actually in one of the oldest shopping strip malls in the country.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the first ones.
Beautiful. They do beautiful food and they're very consistent too. So that's I enjoy that from them.
Yeah, absolutely, across the board. So we talked about the food here a little bit, and for those of you who don't know, Clavel is also known for the mezcal.
Yeah.
And if you walk around, you'll see
huge
jugs everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the whole meaning of when people ask me about Clavel is how do I see it? And most of the time, me and Lane, I think we share the same view that people enjoying mezcal and great cocktails and food in the table, on a convenient table, and then sharing. Because if you come to Clavel, we have ceviches, tacos, and everything is on a sharing basis, and just gathering, enjoying. We have more than 30 different kinds of mezcales that you can have, all from different regions of Mexico. Also, we have a great cocktail menu that they have worked extremely hard to get it to where it is, Pratt and their team. And the food, I'm extremely happy where we stand right now with the food. And it's weird because when I talk to people and they say, "So, how did the pandemic affect the restaurant?" And to tell you the truth, I think it was a little bit of eye-opening for some of the chefs like myself, because you see the impact that people have coming into your building and the amount of I wouldn't say waste, but the amount of stuff that you do without not knowing. And I think that the pandemic helped us to realize how much better could we be as a restaurateurs in waste and managing and being more consistent on food. So I'm very big in consistency. I want Chris to come for the first time, and I want him to have a better experience at the first time, because I believe that everything is based on memory. So if you come here the first time and you have a good experience, that's a good memory that you have about our place, and you just want to repeat that. That's why you want to come again, to repeat the first time, and then when we messed up that is when people start coming and enjoying your food. So I'm a very picky person about being consistent and always giving a better experience or the same experience that you had as the first time coming to Clavel.
Great. And you do. It's very, very consistent. But you gave me a good transition, the pandemic. When we were just talking, you said that throughout the past year and a half, you only closed one day. And I think that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
In the current state of
just thinking about it, it gives me shivers because it was a Friday. I remember it was a Friday. I remember Lane went to do some research in Mexico. She was in Oaxaca doing some mezcal stuff, and we were talking back and forth on the phone. And I had some friends from a couple of chefs from New York visiting, and I always come on Fridays, and I like to sit on the back of the main room because I can see everybody, and I enjoy seeing people eating my food and the first bite, and they shake their hand and they start smiling. So I enjoy that. That's why I sit on the back of Clavel, so I can see how everybody's enjoying the room. And I was just seeing people coming in, and it was like close to 200 to 300 people that you see coming into Clavel before the pandemic.
Right.
And Saturday they made the announcement that restaurants were going to get shut down, and Lane and Matthew and myself, we sat down and figured out the way that we could still run the business, but without shutting down the machine. It's so hard when you shut down a machine to get it back up, and having 40 plus employees, you not only become responsible of the living well of other people, but it's also, as a leader, what are you going to do to make those people tell them, yes, we're going to go through a pandemic, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We're here to support you and go through it together. So it was just 12 hours of sitting down and planning what we were going to do, and that's when the PC Core concept came. I personally don't like tacos to go because they become soggy, so I was like, what's something that it brings you smile and you can eat, put away, eat it again, cut it in half, share it, a burrito. So I was like, so that's when we started doing the burritos, and we had a amazing response by our clients and by our fans, or whatever you want to call them, our people that support us, and that's how we
loyal followers.
Yeah, that's how we came, and that's how we were able to support the staff, support the people that are working for us, and get through a year of pandemic with burritos, and it's mind exhausting doing what restaurants did for a year and a half, because every time that you were opening a new restaurant with new systems. So we became better restaurateurs, better leaders, I believe. We understand each other more, and also we understand more of the people that work for us, what do they need, what are their worries, and just listen, just listen and coach and try to do the best for all.
Yeah, I mean, it was a year and a half at least of pivoting. From day to day, you never knew what was going to happen.
And just still pivoting. I mean,
right.
We just opened Clavel capacity, which is the 2 rooms with the outside, and it was like opening a new room, new menu, bringing out the classics, a new cocktail menu, training the people, making sure that our staff feels safe serving the people, making sure that the customer feels safe coming into our building, making sure that they know our message, that like, we hear you and we're here for you, but you also have to do the same thing for our people, because it's like coming to somebody's house. So yes.
Yeah. But do you have any, since you survived and you've done it so well and you've nailed it, do you have any, and restaurants are still struggling.
Yeah.
Throughout the world, throughout the country, and in Baltimore, do you have any tips or recommendations of
tips and recommendations that I would say, listen, learn, and don't hesitate. I mean, sometimes we can make mistakes as restaurateurs, but it's just like cooking. If you make a plate and you mess it up, you have the chance to do it again and get it to where you want to have it, but you cannot do it without trying. So being confident and knowing that being a chef or being a business owner is also a coaching job, and it's a mentoring job, because you are coaching people, you are mentoring people. So it's just being patient, listening to people, listening to feedback, and being okay with messing it up, because that's going to happen. And do your notes about you messed up and just make it better, because that's bouncing back. That's what we were doing every day, was bouncing back, either cost of food, supplies going off the roof, labor issues because you want to take care of people and you don't have a business, knowing that sometimes there are going to be dark days. some days are going to be better days. You know what I'm saying? No, there's always going to be a balance, and having a balance into what's coming is very good. So that will be my thing: patience, listen, and don't be scared of like people.
No, that's great advice. And rewinding a little bit, you were talking about being a coach and a mentor. A lot of people might know, a lot of people might not know, but you are a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So very nice to you.
Yeah.
And you've also started a local nonprofit called Guardian, which is located right around here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Guardian and what it does.
So Guardian is a 501c3 nonprofit that we focus on mentoring kids and having a safe space for them. We started, me and one of my brother, or really good friend, Ben Cova, opened one in California. I went to visit him when I opened Clavel. Probably Clavel was 2-3 years old, and I went to visit him to see how Guardian Project in Oakland was doing, and I saw the similarities between Oakland and Baltimore, and seeing how the education system is fallen and is not to pair where it should be for extracurricular activities for kids that are so needed, because I did that as a kid in Mexico. My mom made sure that I was doing basketball, football, anything, baseball, make sure that I was busy. So seeing that, I felt a need and a responsibility as a business owner, not only to do business in Baltimore, but also be a part of the community and improve the community and make it a better place for people coming to Baltimore, and for the future of Baltimore, that is the kids and the future generation. So I opened Guardian here. How it works is we teach jiu-jitsu to kids, but also to adults. The adult membership is a donation. It's a 501c3 donation, tax deductible, and thanks to them, we're able to have kids. Right now we have around 40 kids, and we teach them four times a week. They come. We give them uniforms. We reward them with food. We reward them with snacks.
This is a good place to reward with food.
Yes,
you're going to get a reward.
Actually,
it's funny. This is where I want to be.
It's funny because I ordered these little coins, and I've been waiting for them. They have a burrito ninja, and that's the things that I'm going to give the kids when they come and they get a burrito. And then I promised them the burritos like last week because they had a competition, and where's my burrito? Like every time that I see them, like next week we're gonna have all the burritos and the burrito coins. So it's very.
I'm gonna get into jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah,
now that I know that.
It's extremely. I mean, just touch base on that. It was one of my biggest joys. I took him to a competition with Monroe Hall Jiu-Jitsu gym in Baltimore, and is the joy that I saw of 6 kids of different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different backgrounds, everything, like from private schools, supporting each other. So me as a founder of Guardian, I felt complete when I see kids that will not talk to each other on the streets, or they will never see each other in school, because you have public schools, private schools.
There's no exposure.
The separation on that in Baltimore is extreme, and seeing how they support each other through the competition and through the fights, it was very happy for me. I was very, very happy with that.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. How, if a kid wants to get involved in Guardian or come take lessons, how do they do that?
Our website is guardianbaltimore.org. Okay, you can find all the information there. You send us an email, and then it's just that, getting in contact with my wife. Claudia runs all the kids program. She will send you an email back, tell you what you have to do, what do we need from them, and then after how many classes we give in uniform. Also donations, we run donations. So if you want to donate, go to guardianbaltimore.org and come and see. The beauty about this is that it's a local nonprofit, and you can see what the money is doing in a nonprofit supporting Guardian.
Right, that's awesome. So guardianbaltimore.org.
Yes,
go
sir.
there, make donations. Every little bit helps.
Yes, sir.
So going back to the restaurants a little bit. I've heard you have some things in the works.
Yeah, I'm working on a York project up the street, all the way up, almost on the Towson area. Very excited because I'm doing a very simple Mexican place with rotisserie chickens and a place that it has probably 20 15 seats that I want to mimic when you go to a Mexican taqueria that is just fast-paced tacos with people just coming, eating, a little bit of coffee bars. So very excited about that too. Very excited to have a different approach to food, but an approach that I want to bring like a little corner of Mexico into the Baltimore and the county area. So very excited to do that project in the county.
That's great. I'm sure there'll be a line.
Hopefully,
around the
yes.
block there
So
too.
yes, common chickens.
Just tell me a week ahead of time so I can.
Yes, yeah,
map it out.
we shoot them for next year, but it's a place that it's called Nana. It's a place that I want to bring because my joy of where I'm from, Sinaloa, and what the food I used to go with my grandmother, with my aunts, and what I enjoy so much. So it's a simple place with a lot of good taste.
No, that's exciting. I always get excited when a new restaurant
Yes, yes.
is opening up. So I think we have time, a little bit of time that we can do a tour. We can show you where the tortillas are made and give you a quick run of the space of the restaurant.
Yep. So I'm gonna go around.
Yep.
So, yep. So, this is where we process corn. So corn, we have dry corn on the form of dry corn. This is corn that is dry for about 7 months to 8 months that it gets really dry, and that is go to a process that we cook it. We cook it for about 45 an hour, and we cook it with limestone. Limestone, as you can tell, this does a chemical reaction of nixtamalization. This is the powder that we cook it for, which is limestone, and then we let it sit for about 12 hours. What that does, it makes the husk disappear, okay? Because it's a chemical reaction that makes it disappear, and then we put it through a grinder. This is the grinder, and how it works. You have a feeder. The feeder feeds the grinder through the middle, and these two stones churn, and the masa comes through the sides. So this one is spinning at high speeds, and as you can see it spills it through the crevices, and then you're starting to do in your masa. It is not as easy as it sounds because you have to control how much water goes into it. So this is the masa that Cynthia just made this morning. You have to know that the masa, it cannot be sticking to your hand. It has to be nice and moist so the tortilla puffs up. And it's a beautiful tortilla. As you can see, you can have a little bit of yellow spots. So it has a lot of body and a lot of taste. After that, it goes through a machine. The machine is back there where it makes, right now we're making probably 500 to 600 tortillas a day. We go to 2,500 tortillas a week. So it's a lot of tortillas to do by hand. So that's why we have a machine to do it. So everybody can have beautiful tortillas. We're gonna play with different corns. Like in October, me and Cynthia are talking about doing black tortillas with black corn. So everything from scratch. This is I will say the growth of Clavel has allowed us to do this. The pandemic allowed us to slow down and have a system that works and it has a quality product. So yeah, that's what it is. Thanks Cynthia all the time. She's the masa maker and tortilla maker. So thank you.
So 2,500.
Yeah.
We can come back around and show the different rooms. But 2,500 a week of a lot of tortillas.
Yeah, a lot of tortillas. So we go.
Have you ever run out? Do you ever run out?
No, hopefully not. This is an Ixtamal room. So right now you can come and Lane and Drake have an amazing assortment of mezcales. All the mezcales you can find, they're gonna be right here. Everything, if you need information from them, you just scan. It has information of the mezcal, where it comes from, and also we have educated people here that they can talk to you about it. So yeah, please come and buy some mezcal.
So we're kind of working backwards.
We're working backwards.
This is the newest room?
This is the newest room,
right.
And then we're going to head into the second room that started, and it's awesome because you're going to see my people having breakfast. They're having a party, so you're going to see. So this is the extension of Clavel, the first extension that we did, and it has the mezcal bar. the mezcal bar where they were doing tastings. Tastings are gonna come back, okay? But right now they held. But this is the second room that we opened after 3 years of Clavel being open. We needed a little more seating. This was an empty area, and that's when me, Lane, decided to facilitate it for you guys to see it and have more food.
Let's run up there and look at the huge jugs.
That's the Negroni. That's the Negroni that the bar team and Lane have been working for since we opened. Right now, it's 5 years. So it's like I think 2,500 days old. So what do? They have a mother load and a load that they use. The mother load can never go away because they use it as the aging, and then they keep adding into it, and it just becomes smoother and smoother and smoother. And they release it I think they release it 2 to 3 times a year. So we announce, please come and have it. It's one of the greatest drinks that we have here. It's so smooth, and every day changes. It's gonna get a little loud here because my kitchen is having a party. So it's good that you see it. That's Concho. Concho is the main cook here. He does all the meats, all the preparing. This is the kitchen that we have and the main room. They're having a party. So this is the main room of Clavel. This is how we started. Say hi, Lane.
Hi.
So this is the main room where we started. It was Corky's. We started this room, then we followed into the second one, and then the third one. But this is where the magic started with our bar, our mezcals, and all the cooking. So
Yeah, that's great. I've spent a few nights in
Clavel.
this bar.
Yeah, that's Clavel. As you can tell, some of the mezcals that we have on the shelf over there for sale are some of the ones that we can have here. So you're always welcome to come, taste. If you like it, you can go and purchase it on the Nixtamaleria. Food to go, we have right now burritos. You cannot eat them at Clavel, but you can have a burrito to go. So please make sure that you go and order it if you want to. But that's about it. Welcome. Come and see us. Anything else that you can think of, or anything that you want to tell people?
No, everything is made from scratch here.
Yeah, I mean,
Delicious.
we spend a lot of time cooking. I have people from 6 in the morning to 4 o'clock prepping, and then we serve you the food. So right now, if you can see, if you want to come to the back, we cook in the corn. So that's the whole...
Really behind the scenes.
So that's the... So right now, this is our 12 pounds of nixtamal corn. So as you can see, the corn is not dry anymore. And right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see how you can see the husk already. Oops, sorry. Oops. So you're gonna see the husk coming away. As you can see, it is already coming out. So when it comes out, this allows the corn to puffen up because water is coming into the corn, and that's how we make the masa. If you bite into it, you're gonna see how it's a little bit dry and a little bit out. So that's almost done because you want to have a little bit of dryness, so you make good tortillas. So that's how it works. Turn it off because it's almost done.
Do we have a Q&A for the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to say get back to
Yeah, let's go back over there.
les apagué el maíz ya porque ya estaba. Okay. Se le quema luego.
Happy birthday. Get back where it's a little bit quieter. Yeah, that's great.
Is there any questions for you?
We do. We have a couple questions.
Okay, question time.
Yeah. I have masa cans and I have corn cans. So.
So, what is your favorite dish from the Clavel menu?
What is my favorite dish from the Clavel menu? I love aguachiles. So when I come, I'm a person that I drink a beer. I have a little of mezcal, and I have an aguachile, and I love quesadillas. I most of the time I have a carne de res quesadilla or a barbacoa quesadilla. I do a ceviche and a quesadilla, a beer, and a mezcal. That's what I like. That's what I do when I come.
Meal.
When you see me here, you're gonna see me eating that, and probably I do it 4 to 5 times. There's nothing more important than trying your food and see what other people are experiencing. So try to do it very often.
Do you have a favorite mezcal?
Oh yes. Right now, I'm drinking a lot of Neta. okay? Because this blends, they have a blend that is fruity and it's smooth. But when I drink bull because it's an espadín. It's very simple, very easy to drink, and I accomplish it with I sip it with beer because I'm a beer person from Sinaloa in Mexico. It's a hot town. I drink a lot of beer. That's why I do a lot of jiu-jitsu, okay? So, so yeah, beer and bull mezcal. I love it. It's a simple. It's a simple mezcal that is friendly. It's friendly to drink it with beer.
Okay. And we got another question. It's a bit more about your new place. How has the menu creation differed between the menu you're making for the new place and the menu you created for Clavel I assume before you first opened?
I mean, it's going to be a total different concept in terms of food. Right here, most of them are cocidos. Cocidos is a slow cook on a pot. Over there, probably I'm doing most of it cooked with some fire, or I'm getting an oven. That's going to cook on fire. But I mean, it's a Mexican food. Mexican food is going to be similar, but it's going to be different taste. Okay, I'm still a Mexican. I cook Mexican food, so it's going to be different taste, but it's going to be similarities because what I do.
And last question, still about the new place. I think the question is asking about sort of the vibe of the new place, because you have a specific environment and a vibe here. So how different or how similar is the new place going to look or feel?
Well, it's going to be different because it's going to be a 15-seater. Okay. So it's going to be 15, 20 seats, okay? So I'm 15, 20 seats, grab and go. We're doing coffee, we're doing breakfast, and we're doing tacos and rotisserie chicken. So it's a total different concept, but it's still with a Mexican vibe because that's what I do. There's a beauty on Mexican taquerias that you see the taquero screaming, the sound of him chopping meats, the interaction of people in a bar with the people cooking. So that's a beauty of Mexican tacos. That's something that I want to recreate there. It's something that I want to recreate people coming in and out, and also I want to recreate people enjoying a good coffee, having a good breakfast taco, coming in and out of a place. I'm a big fan of places that you, like Eatmore, that you go eat and get out, and you get out with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Like an eater, like a diner. I always like Mexican diners. So this is a totally different vibe of what we're doing over there.
Those are all the questions we have gotten in. Can you tell us about the times that you're open, the days you're open, all that good stuff, so we can see you and see your restaurant in its finest?
Yeah, so we are closed on Sundays, okay? But we are Monday to Saturday. Monday to Friday, we open at 5 and we close at 10, the kitchen. But Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, we open with the kitchen closed until 11. And Saturdays, you can come here at 4. So we open from 4 to 11. Okay, we don't do reservations. Please come. First come, first serve. We have a lot of seatings. We have a extremely nice staff that will take care of you, and as they take care of you, take care of them, and come and enjoy food, mezcal and ceviches. It's our pleasure.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Come down to Clavel.
Yeah, drink Topo Chico.
Yes.
I want to thank Carlos and Chris for meeting with us and meeting our audience this Saturday, and I thank our audience for tuning in. And please fill out the survey that's listed at the end of this presentation. And I just want to tell you that on October 6th, we have the brilliant author, Roxanne Gay, coming at 7 p.m., and we hope you will join us then. So everybody take care.